Hi everyone, it's Sue from the Discovery Space. While the Discovery Space is shut, we're taking care of some of the pets of the Discovery Space, and my job is to take care of the worms. So we've got 2 worm farms here at the Discovery Space, and I'd like you to maybe come a little bit closer and have a look at my friends the worms. First thing you'll notice is that we've got a blanket on the worms. Worms don't like to get cold. So maybe just like at home, you've got a favourite blanket at night. Our worms have a blanket to keep them warm as well. So when we take back the blanket, we can see a few creatures. Most importantly, we can see our friends the worms. So here's one of our worms. You'll see they're not very big, and they wriggle around a little bit, and it tickles sometimes when they're in your hand as well. Now, worms are pretty amazing creatures. They can take your scraps that you don't eat and they can turn it into beautiful compost for your garden. So when we have carrots at home for dinner, do we eat the peelings? Not usually, but our worms will eat them for us. And I've got some bits of lettuce in there. Anything else in there that we can spot? Maybe a bit of cucumber, things like that. They will all love and make those beautiful things into delicious compost. Today, I've got some food for the worms. So we've got a few scraps here, but in my bucket, you'll see here, I've got some eggshells. Do we eat eggshells? But our worms love them. Got some apple cores, just the ends of some zucchini, and all some apple peelings. All things that our worms will find delicious. So if you just dig a little bit deeper, you'll see all of these worms are really happy and healthy down here, and you can even see some of this is already turning into like a soil already, turning into compost. So if you really want your worms to enjoy their food, you can just make a little hole like that. You can see them all coming up. That's really cute. They're coming and saying, "Oh, feed time, yum, it's lunchtime." We'll put some peelings in there, and then we can just cover them up like that. Maybe over on this side. Wow, there's some really, really good looking healthy worms in here. And the good news is, my friends, is that not so long ago these worms weren't doing very well, but we've made a big effort at the Discovery Space to get them back up to being healthy. But they're never really massive little worms. See this guy? Oh, this guy's doing the wormy squirm dance. See how they're not very big worms? So if you ever notice, well, after it rains, there's big long worms in the garden. That's earthworms, and their job is to make holes in the soil. They go up and down and make sure the soil is healthy. These little guys, they're more like worms when you go fishing, and they go on a fishing hook, and their job is to munch and crunch through your food scraps to make compost. So they will never be very big like earthworms, but they've got a really important job. So if you're going to get some eggshells, you can just get them and crush them. I've got my other pet Tilly coming in to say hello. She can probably smell those scraps. So if you just crush your eggshells and put them through. And that's it. Worms like it to be a little bit wet as well. So we don't want it to be too dry. If it is too dry, we would water them with a watering can or put a bit of water on there, but it's just rained, and that's why I've popped out to give them some food when the rain stopped. So all we would do is we would cover them back up, put their blanket back on, and say, "See you worms until next time." But the one thing I did want to show you is the compost that they make. So once the worms have been through and chomped through all of that beautiful scraps, they will make a soil that looks like that. And it's amazingly great for your garden. It will make your flowers or your herbs or your vegetables grow just like you've had. You know, when you have big, strong, healthy food and you grow big and strong, if you put this sort of compost on your flowers or your herbs, they will grow super big and super strong and super sweet and super tasty. So that's how clever worms are. Next time, we're going to have a look at when a worm farm gets a little bit too wet, what we would need to do to fix that. So make sure you join us again next time. Until then, bye.